Hey, all Chaos Connections listeners out there. We decided to hijack our broadcast tonight and bring you some Dar hilarity. Really, Dar and I wanted to just kind of sit down with y'all and tell you some of the shit that we've been through, how we fixed it, how we should have fixed it, etc. But first, allow me to introduce you to Dar. This is my ride or die, my best friend, the dude that is going to end up going out in a flaming ball of bullshit with me because he followed my bullshit antics. And he's also a little vain tonight. He was noticing that the light was picking up the gray in his hair.
So what the lovely Professor Raven was doing there was... Can we just start over? Is that because the Professor Raven thing? All right. Okay, so hey everybody. Yeah, so what the lovely Professor Raven was doing there was called the Gish Gallop. What she does is she goes in and she says all these wonderful things about somebody, and she says all these points out here that you just can't keep up with what she's saying, and I have no idea what she said anymore except for I'm awesome. And it's unfortunately true. It's a hard, very, very hard legend to live up to because we've had some ups and downs, as she said. Things that we should have done as parents, things that we didn't, things that we regret now, things that we wish we could go back and do. I don't know about the funny thing. Hopefully I bring some chuckles. I'm that guy that's in a room that you just kind of look and you go, yeah, he's really big. I should probably just laugh at him just so he doesn't murder me. Yeah. He's got a beard. He's probably in a gang.
Oh,
I hope he's one of the nice lions.
Except that Dar is the biggest teddy bear you'll ever meet. He is my overgrown Boy Scout because he loves helping people, and I love that about him. But he's right. We have had our ups and downs. We've been together for a long time. We've been parents for a long time, and sometimes bullshit happens.
It's true.
Doesn't it, darling?
Oh, absolutely. Completely lost my train of thought.
So Dar and I kind of curated a couple of topics that we wanted to go through, and I decided that he gets to lead this one because, let's face it, I'm kind of a controlling bitch, and I lead in a lot of other areas of our life, so.
All right, so... Oh, that's what I was going to say. No, you were talking about Overgrown Boy Scout, and I wanted to throw a shout-out to Rain. Actually, not a shout-out, but more of a... I'm still mad that you called me fucking golden retriever boyfriend. Fuck you. Get fucked. All right. Anyway, okay. All right. So, the lovely Raven and I have gone through some posts on Reddit from the parenting subreddit from more recent posts within the past week. And we found some that sound eerily similar to things that we dealt with when we were going with the taking care of the oldest and the youngest. That's what I called them. I don't know what you guys call them on the show. I don't listen to it because I'm vain and I don't want to hear shit talked about me. So
we call them Apprentice 1 and Apprentice 2, and then Apprentice 1's partner I jokingly call Apprentice 1.5.
There you go. Oldest partner. That's
yeah.
So if for any confusion for any listeners, I call them the oldest and youngest online. All right, so let's start. Let me see here. Let's go with
Aren't they such a pretty color?
Did we? Huh? Who? What?
I said, look at those eyes. Aren't they such a pretty color?
I don't know. I can't see them. They're my eyes. Stop it. You're getting me all flustered. You're making me feel all silly inside. All right. Okay. I'm going to start doing Stitch voice. All right. So I'm going to go with the very first one here that catched my eye. My 5-year-old only loves his dad. So now I am bringing this up because I have no idea what you're talking about. Are you flipping it to it's my 5-year-old only loves their mom?
No. So every child goes through stages where they only want one parent. And dude, sometimes if you're the parent that is not wanted, at first you're like, fuck yes, I get a break. And then like 2 seconds later, you're like, but why don't they want me? And it's such a roller coaster of emotion. It's a glass case of emotion.
It is. It is.
So,
Go ahead.
oh, no, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. No, you go. No, you go.
Oh.
No, you hang up.
No, I was going to say that for a while, like a really long time, our youngest only wanted me and did not want Dar. And part of that was the whole breastfeeding thing, but that's not the only reason, I don't think.
Well,
Maybe?
no. So, the youngest, I was working a job where I was putting in, I don't know, what was it, 60 to 80 hours a week. It was by choice, but it was because I was trying to get promoted at my job. I was trying to show just how dedicated I was. And the youngest, from the time they were probably 3 months old until about 9 months, something. It was definitely a 3-4 month period where I was working as a software developer. I was burning the midnight oil. And I remember that the youngest barely saw me, and they just were constantly attached to you, in figuratively and literally.
They were like Velcro.
Yeah. Well, I was also thinking latching, like latched, like So
Yeah, sometimes. Oh, good, they're still there.
That was really difficult for me because I really wanted to hold my kid. I wanted to play with them, and they just did not want anything to do with me. They still don't, but I've gotten over it. No, we actually had a really good time just recently. They had a birthday, and I took them out to a really, really nice race car, like a go-kart track, and we had a really good time together.
It was their first time driving one by themselves.
It's true. That is very true, because they had only ever ridden the little kid carts or had driven a cart
or had to be with one of us. Yeah.
Yeah. And they had a blast, and it made me feel really good to take them out and do that with them. But so for any parent going through that, it's not necessarily anything you've done. They're not trying to hurt you. I mean, unless you're hurting them. I mean, there's all kinds of different things. It just might be that one parent spends more time with them. Maybe you smell funny. Maybe, take a shower. I don't know. It's but it can be very, very difficult. What else did you like? You picked this one, so
I
you
did.
tell me.
Oh, no, I remember
tell
you
me.
feeling this way. I remember you feeling left out and inadequate when Apprentice 2 was glommed onto me and didn't want anything to do with you. I remember how upset you were and how sad. And we've probably got some listeners that are new parents that are going to go through this or have gone through this, and bro, you're not alone. It sucks, but it's going to change. Their kids are going to go, I only want mom, I only want dad, I only want mom, I only want dad. Or if in the case of non-hetero marriages, I only want mom, I only want mom, I only want mom, I only want mom. I mean, it's they're going to flip-flop, and it's
point.
If you're being a good parent, it's not you, it's them. I promise. 9 times out of 10, if you're being a good parent, it's them. Kids suck. Oh my god, I love them to death.
And there is definitely the whole point of sometimes there's the parent that is the caregiver, and there's sometimes the fun parent. There's the parent that
the default parent.
Well, yeah, the default for everything that happens. Yeah, the parent that they're the ones that say, okay, time for bath, time for bed, time for brush teeth, time for dinner, time to wash up.
Why are you wrestling with them at bedtime?
Yeah. So the funny thing is I still do that now with our dogs, our 2 25-pound little shits.
I'm trying to get into my bed and they're on it.
Yep. They calm down quick. Take it easy. They usually follow me out of the room anyway. So yeah, don't give up hope. I found that the parent that's more of the caregiver, they tend to be the first person in the parental relationships to go to when they have an issue. They're more trusted. The other one is just kind of, they're the fun one, or
When they're teenagers, then the other parent is the piggy bank.
That's true. That's true.
All right.
So I have no idea how well we did, parents. You'll have to comment and subscribe and like and ring the notification bell, whatever you guys do on here, to let them know how close we came.
Well, speaking of how we did as parents, what about being the hangout house for teenagers?
Oh shit, I closed that one.
So when I was a kid, when I was a teenager, way back in the before times, and if y'all reference the century, I swear to God, I will come for you. But back when I was a teenager, my tiny little house full of people was the default house. That was the hangout house, because up until I was about a senior in high school, my mom was a stay-at-home parent. So she had the time and energy to make cookies and to be like, she was the mom, but she did not take any shit. She did not give you any quarter. She treated you like her own fucking kids, and she would expect you to act the same way. So, but she became mom for everybody, for all my friends. They would walk in and they go, "Hi, Mom, where's Em?" They would walk in and they'd go, "Hi, Mom, where's Raven?" You know, and it was just kind of like that. And I never really thought about that when we were having kids. I never thought about that phenomenon of where does everybody hang out, right? So, Dar, where did you guys hang out when you were a teenager?
Oh, I hung out anywhere they'd have me. Oh, I mean, I was precocious. I mean, you guys can probably hear it. I was the overly active, hyperactive, lack of controlling the volume of my voice kid.
Is that where our kids get it? God damn it.
There's a buddy of mine who goes by the handle of FedEx Man that we spent a lot of time at his place growing up. I would show up unannounced. He didn't even know I was coming. And his mom was always just so welcoming. And like, I lost my train again. No,
She's
so
good people.
it's just always, it's nice to have some place that you can go where they accept you, and you can get away from whatever's going on at your place. You can go and get a nice hot meal. You can go hang out and just be accepted and loved. And that was always really nice. No matter what was going on in my home, I always had a place where I could go. And I don't know how many people really realize how important that is, to have a place where you could go and eat without feeling like you're obligated for anything, where you can just hang out. And the times where ours have had friends over, I'm always happy to have them here. Sometimes it interrupts our shows. We watch a lot of TV, me and Raven. But it's always nice to just have the life and the energy, at least for a little while, in the house. So don't underestimate that. Be that house where people come over and they're willing. Have your kids invite their friends over. Have them come over and just be themselves. But yes, absolutely. No drinking, no drugging, no smashing.
Yeah, we're not
shit
those
on the
kind of cool parents
walls.
that are gonna offer shots to underage kids. I'm sorry, but there's some lines that even I won't cross.
No, that's for their parents to do.
Yes. But have some friendly snacks in the freezer or the pantry, stuff that you know that your kids' friends like. Make sure that there's a space that they can hang and they can like play video games. They can be on their phones. They can play D&D or whatever. I mean, just judgment free. Because let me tell you, the first time that Apprentice One asked us if he could have friends over, he was a little nervous about asking us. And to be fair, we've always been a little insular. Up until we moved here, it was just me and Dara and the kids against the world. You know, it was just us. And so having anybody invade that space that to us felt like our fortress of solitude was a little, I don't know, man. And then we got here and we started branching out a little bit. We started making friends. This house is bigger than our last one, so it definitely has space for that, which is fucking fantastic. But the first time that he asked us, he was nervous about it. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, I got chips, I got soda, fuck it, bring them over. And I had no idea how many to expect.
Tell us what your friends like. Message your friends right now. Get in your group chat. I know you have one. You probably have 5. And have them tell us what they want. Like, do they want Big Red? Do they want Coca-Cola? Do they want Pepsi? Like, I mean, I'll judge them for the Pepsi bit, but
well, so we drink a lot of I don't drink a lot of soda, but all of the drinks that we have in the house are sugar free because we're dealing with some health issues, right? And
we fat, yo.
Poor Apprentice One has one friend who I never know when she's coming over, but she does not like sugar-free sodas or sugar-free drinks. And so I never know if I need to have something for her in the house or what she'll want. And she'll be like, do you have anything that's not sugar-free? And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. No, we don't. I'm sorry. Here, I'll get you some water.
We got sugar in the counter in the cabinet. I'm just
like, I will make you some ice cube right now. Hang on.
So yeah, be that house. Be that house. And a lot of parents now are much more concerned than they ever were. Don't be creepy. Just don't be creepy. Like, give them their space. Like,
yeah, leave them be. Bro, especially if it's Halloween and your kid wants to have their friends over, fucking say yes, because if you don't, what else are they gonna do?
That's true. On that note, buy your kids any hobbies they want to have that are geeky because they don't have money for drugs anymore.
Yeah, exactly. So Apprentice One got into Warhammer, buying the figurines and painting them and playing the games, and that was my mantra. Is like, you know what? I don't care. He's too broke to buy drugs. But yeah, we've really enjoyed having them in our space, which is weird for us. But I'd so much rather be the teenage hangout house than risk them not having somewhere to be that's safe, that's, you know, they're not getting into bullshit. And you can be like, whoa, hang on, what did you just say? And like, you can kind of help steer them in some of their decisions. Like, they're going to talk about what they want to do after high school. They're going to talk about college. Go ahead, you can kind of tell them some of the bullshit that you went through or the bad decisions that you made. Kind of help them out a little bit. Because Lord knows, they probably don't have anybody else to do it.
It's true.
So on that super happy note,
all right, I would like everyone in the audience to know that at the beginning of that, I was frantically searching back through Reddit to find the post. So you can't see my face, but my face was utter panic. All right. So
there's one I found.
Listen, you do this all the time. You tell me I'm in charge of something and then you try to take over. No,
you're right. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No,
I'm
you. Fucking full of shit. I'm full of shit.
No, you.
Fine. Let's see if we matched up. Child shaved their eyebrows off.
Oh, fuck.
Why? Yeah. Great minds, etc., etc.
So I know when your kids were little, they got scissor happy, and they probably like Apprentice One did, grabbed Apprentice Two's hair and took a giant chunk out of it right goddamn here right before picture day.
So this is oldest cutting youngest's hair.
Right before picture day. And I know your kids have done similar. I did similar. All right. I had lovely long hair in first grade until I got bored in school one day and I went whack. And keep in mind, this is a long time ago when dinosaurs roamed the earth. So my mother, in retaliation, gave me a bowl cut.
I think I ever had something like that. Like, my mom snipped my ear by accident when I was a kid, but it doesn't affect me now. It's not
Oh yeah,
something
no,
that
he never
scarred
brings
me.
it up ever. Ever.
Uh,
Okay, so tell me why you wanted to talk about this one.
I wasn't thinking about it in the shaving their eyebrows off, because the oldest shaved their eyebrows off as a fucking gag too once, if you remember. Shaved their whole head, shaved his whole head, shaved his eyebrows, thought it was the funniest shit ever. And dude, you need to go watch The Wall right now and see how this isn't funny. For those of you who don't know, old Pink Floyd movie, neo-Nazi, shaved his head, and I was like, bro. Anyway, so I
That's
was
actually
thinking more
exactly what I
along
was thinking was that particular incident.
Oh, see, I
of
was
how it
thinking
wasn't my
about.
young child that shaved their eyebrows off. It was my fucking teenager.
I was actually also thinking about the Hulk incident.
Oh my god. Okay, so I've told y'all that Apprentice 1 has ADHD, and he has since he was a little boy. At the moment, God willing and the creek don't rise, he's got it managed as best as he can, which not only is he 19 years old, so he's legally an adult, but he's way bigger than me. There is no possible way I can force him to do anything at this point. There's just no way. So now imagine all of that energy and creativity crammed into a 5-year-old body who is a goddamn morning person and woke up at the butt crack of dawn. I mean, the literal ass crack of dawn. Okay. He was like right up above the butthole, like where the crack starts to see a little bit of daylight. That's where he was. He got into the kitchen. And of course he had to wake his sibling up. So Apprentice 2 is up too in their cute little pajamas. And he finds, hold on, before I tell you what he finds, let me set the stage here. The kitchen we had in this very old home, our first home that we ever bought. Oh, it's our first home we ever bought together. So we bought it from a Bob Vila wannabe. And we were first-time home buyers. We were young. We were new parents. We were fucking tired. We didn't know shit, okay? So we didn't realize when we bought the house that the kitchen floor was covered in what the Southerners call paver tiles, which is really bricks that are about this thick, and they're used as tiles, but they're bricks. And they're laid out in, the 2 and the 2 and the 2 fashion with the really dark grout in between these white bricks. And they're called paver tiles. And they weren't sealed. No, they were not sealed in any fashion, shape, or form whatsoever.
Nope.
So, just white bricks with dark gray grout as the kitchen floor. And as you can imagine, anything that you tried to mop this with would just get shredded in a heartbeat because it was literal. So, go ahead, Dar.
Yeah. So, as a lot of young kids are, he was totally into Marvel. And he was a climber. Like, he could climb anything. And he was, what, 3.5, 4 years old at this point? No, he was 4. He was about 5. 4 or 5, yeah. And he... God, how old do we sound? Yeah, it's about 4 or 5. Yeah, like 4.5. No, it's 4.5. So like, no, they're like 6. Oh no, that 18. Oh god, no, 4 or 5. Climbed up on the counter, climbed up into the cabinet got to the very top shelf where we put this shit, the food coloring. Grabbed the green food coloring, poured it all over the youngest because he wanted to make them into the Hulk. We have pictures. They looked like the Hulk got vitiligo. And
I think it's pronounced vitiligo.
Vitiligo.
I'm not sure. I've my God, I've only seen it spelled out in print. I've never really heard it pronounced.
It's pronounced as well, actually. So, gatekeeper. So, we have a picture of the youngest in the bathtub, covered in green food coloring, showing us their hands, and the palms of their hands are even green, because I'm pretty sure they tried to help.
Or back
Kids
away,
are
I'm
going to
not
do
sure.
shit like
It
this.
could go either way.
Especially if they've got older siblings, they're going to do stupid shit. Someday, Raven is going to have to tell you the stories that she's told me about the stupid shit her brothers have gotten up to over the years.
Hold on, I want you to also picture.
Wait, what?
No, the Hulk incident.
Oh.
So it's not
What
just
else?
Apprentice 2's hands, it's their legs and their feet and a green handprint right here. and they're sitting in the bathtub looking up like, what did I do, mommy? And you're just going, oh my shit. The worst part though, you remember I set the stage with what that floor was made of.
Right.
Every single time water got dripped onto that floor, guess what happened? A little more of the green food coloring would bubble up to the top of those like lovely little white bricks. So we had a years long reminder because we were in that house for about 9 years.
Yeah, about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got stuck
there. We had several years reminder of what Apprentice 1 had done besides the whole haircutting incident, which right before Christmas pictures. I can't stress this enough. Big chunk right here. No, I'm not salty.
We're supposed to be helping parents here. So kids are going to do this
so
shit.
Make sure that your food coloring is locked up. Your spray paint is locked up. There's no scissors in the house.
No, your kids are going to do stupid shit. Don't be too mad at them.
Don't. Just remember that they don't have the capability to make rational decisions the way that an adult would, and try to like come at them from that level, because that's something that we didn't know to do that I wish we had. Was be like,
and I mean, I was thinking more. We did that stupid shit too. Like we did stupid shit like that. I mean,
bro, we're Gen X. We did stupid shit like that because we were not supervised ever.
Lady, look, I'm pretty sure back in the Stone Ages, there was a kid that had long hair, and their parents were very proud of it. It was long and luxurious, and the kid took a rock and bashed against another rock with their hair in between to cut it off. I'm like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what tools are available. Kids are going to be kids. They're going to do dumb shit. I mean, even like we do dumb shit, and we're supposedly grown-ups, fucking adulting. So yeah, just
we're growing as parents along with our kids growing as kids.
Just cut them some slack. Cut the kids some slack. Just give them a hug and be like, well, that was silly, and get lots of pictures to torture them with it when they're older. That is the best thing I can recommend, is you remember these things and you fuck with them mercilessly about it when they're older.
Y'all see, this is one of the reasons I love Dar. Like he's just hilarious and charming, and I needed the world to see it. Okay, we have time for one more, and I think we should do My Baby's Joining the Military. Do you want to do a different one?
Well, I'm just thinking that like neither of them actually are. Like we want them to. We want the oldest to.
Apprentice 1 keeps talking about it.
I know. Of course, I've got mixed feelings about it at this point, but just because of the state of the world. But well, the world's always in a state, isn't it? Doesn't matter what administration is in charge.
Because it's full of people.
Yes, it is.
And people are dumb, panicky animals.
You know what? I think so. We're looking here to help out parents, right? So yeah, you guys can tell the lack of preparation I had coming into this. It was pretty much Raven like, "Hey, I'd like you on the podcast to do a talk about parenting," and I'm like, inner panic intensifies. So I did as what a lot of parents do. I just kind of I avoided it until the last second.
But there's a reason I didn't want to do a whole lot of prep.
Yeah,
that's not us.
Yeah, it's true.
We fly by the seat of our pants.
No shit, lady. No prep. Get fucked. All right.
I'm
What
pretty
was
sure
that
that's how
cackle?
we
Holy
conceived
shit.
Apprentice 1.
Yeah, but yeah, you say that, but there was definitely there was a it wasn't an oopsie. It was
It was the hooker boots.
it was a are you sure you want to do this? It
No, but
wasn't
you were.
I was, and then the moment came, and it was like, and then hooker boots. You're right. You're right. You're right. I think probably to wrap up the episode.
Mm-hmm.
Look, if you guys want to hear our thoughts about your kid joining the military, we're both military folks. We met in the military. Let the folks know over at Mock Media, at Chaos Connections. Let them know that you want to hear what you want to hear about it. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. So,
I will tell you all about what basic is like and what they can expect from their job training and their first duty station. I won't bullshit you.
I was just going to say, I think that probably the most help would be the parents of kids 18 plus in hindsight.
Yes. Oh my God.
So parents
yes.
of kids 18 plus in hindsight, what do you wish you could have done differently?
All right. I will tell you right now, I wish as a toddler parent that I had known that toddlers are not just small people. They're small people. They have big feelings. They don't have the words for it. They don't have the brain capacity for it, but they have these big feelings and they're learning how to be people. And I wish that I had known that and had more patience. I wish that I had been more like, get down on their level and be like, hey buddy, I know this is hard. Why don't you come here and we'll go talk about it, instead of, oh my God, can you just get your damn shoes already? You know, I wish that I had been a little bit more of a gentle parent.
I think thinking about it, I think a lot of the issue was that we were so used to doing whatever the fuck we wanted. We were so used to having our lives. We were so used to doing what we wanted to do when we wanted to do it.
There was a lot of that. Except for that sunburn weekend we went to Pensacola before we had kids.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure we still. Anyway, look, there's certain areas of the body that weren't sunburned. So, I mean,
this is true.
Hey, now you derailed me. Damn it. All right, so yeah. We were so used to doing whatever we wanted to do. We didn't have any pets. We didn't
even have any houseplants.
No. Well, no, because you kill them. I don't know if you could hear her laughing. She knows it's true.
He's the one keeping my orchid alive at the moment, which is...
It's doing beautifully, by the way.
It's fucking, it's amazing. I can see the flowers on it when I pull in the driveway. It's fantastic. I've had this thing for, a year and a half?
It makes me happy. It makes me happy.
It's gorgeous.
This orchid alive. Anyway, okay, we're getting sidetracked. Okay, so,
what do you wish we had done differently?
I wish, same as you. I wish I'd been more patient. I wish I'd been more willing to give up more of my time and just sit there and do tea parties. She's probably mentioned I've got heavy ADHD. I've learned to deal with it a lot over the past 20 years to kind of channel it. It's still not great. But at the time, if I was bored, I was bored. It didn't matter. It was painful. It hurt. Imaginary tea party. Oh,
like when your kids come to you and go on a half an hour spiel about Minecraft, it's that kind of...
Yeah. And
or Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yeah. just anything. And Raven has been amazing. I mean, she learned by dealing with me, because I'll go on a half an hour, 45-minute spiels on shit she doesn't care about. She doesn't give a fuck. She doesn't care at all. I mean, I go on Minecraft spiels.
I care that you're talking to me.
I know.
I might
I
not
know
care
you
about
do.
the content, but I care about
I know.
that you're
I know.
talking to me.
And
you know what? It's the same way with your kids. You can totally fucking tune out, care that they're talking to you, because one thing that I did learn as a parent is that if you don't give them the attention when they talk about the little things, they won't come to you with the big things.
Which is
because they can't trust you.
That's exactly the point I was trying to make earlier when we were talking about the caregiver being the one they go to because they trust them. My initial reaction when they come to me with big stuff is I panic and I say no. Like, oh God, no. They're all gonna laugh at you. Like Adam Sandler. There's God, your audience. I don't know how old your audience is gonna be, but there's an Adam Sandler bit back when he was, still funny. No, he's still funny. He's still funny. Or not. I mean, depend. Like, okay, all right. So people
But he's
listening,
too old for Happy Gilmore bullshit.
Yeah, if you like him, he's funny. If you don't like him, he sucks. I happen to like him. So he had a bit. It was they're all gonna laugh at you. It was a mom who was horribly afraid for her children. Don't do that. They're all gonna laugh at you. And it's just this stupid shit. It's like perfectly normal things. I'm trying to remember exactly how it went. Essentially, it comes down to they're all gonna laugh at you. You're doing perfectly normal things. They're all gonna laugh at you. It was letting your own insecurities get to your kids. Oh, don't wear that. They're all gonna laugh at you. Don't be yourself. They're all gonna laugh at you. Because it was something that I dealt with growing up. Let your kids be themselves. Let them figure it out.
I don't know, like I don't get dressed up on this podcast very often. Sometimes we record on a work day, which means that I'm like all made up. But Apprentice 2, when they were younger, had the craziest fashion sense. They would wear a pink Hello Kitty t-shirt dress with like donut leggings or space cat leggings, and it would make me crazy, the contrast. But they were happy, they were dressed, they picked out their own clothes, they got dressed without a fight, they went out into the world, and it was hard for me to let go of that. Oh my God, but they were happy. They liked the way that they looked. And why should I put my own insecurities onto my kid? And that's a hard thing. Okay, you guys, that is not an easy thing to do. Making sure that you don't put your own insecurities onto your kids, that is a hard thing to do. I'm pretty sure that my parents were not successful in that. And I'm not sure that Dar's mom, we love her to death. I'm not sure that she was successful in that. But I mean, that's the way it goes. And I'm pretty sure that my kids are going to go into adulthood with some of my insecurities foisted onto them. Which, I'm sorry, or you're welcome. Hopefully it made you funny.
Yeah. Well, on the oldest, definitely. And the youngest, too. The youngest is still working on their sense of humor. The oldest, definitely, is a funny kid.
Man,
oh, now I feel like I'm rambling.
He'll come over. So he doesn't live with us full time right now. But I mean, he's an adult, so it's not like I can, why aren't you home, right? But he'll come over and he'll be like, hey, do you guys need help with anything? I love you guys. He'll give us hugs. Hey, what's in the fridge? And he'll come over. He'll call us. It's that alone tells me that maybe we got something right.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
And hopefully you guys got something from this that you can take to your own lives and your own parenthoods and be like, okay, I'm not going to fucking do what they did. Right? Because look, if any of my mistakes help somebody else out, then it was worth it.
You've been watching Raven and Dar on Chaos Connections on the. I can't keep it up. I can't keep doing it. I can't. It's terrible.
So one of these days we'll do another episode where we talk about date night and the Raven and Dar show.
Oh God.
But thanks all for tuning in. We love y'all. Hopefully we left you with something either entertaining or informative, or ideally both.
Cringy. But, probably cringy.
Yeah, probably cringy. Like I get it. Are the kids still saying that?
Yeah, cringy. Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I'm out of touch. I'm old.
But So hit us up on our socials. We're on all of the major platforms that you choose to engage with podcasts on. You can hit us on our website, mocmediatx.com. That is Mary, Oscar, Charlie, Media, Tango, X-ray.com. You can leave us comments
subscribe.
there. Yeah, you can fucking leave us comments. Tell us if we suck or not. Tell us what you love. Tell us what you don't love. Tell us how awesome Dar and his glorious hair and beard look.
Wait, what? I'm not dressed for this. I flashed my nipples halfway through this. Are you actually going to send the video out?
Yeah.
Oh, there's going to be a lot of disappointed people.
Well, luckily for them, they don't get you, but I do. So I think it's a win-win.
I'm going to show my
Thanks,
belly now.
everybody.
Bye, guys.
Love y'all.